So he was, we was living the dream. That was our dream, and it was squashed out.
Our son was the second of 4 shot that night, and we've lost everything. He was my only child. I want some action. If this would have been done years ago, my son would still be here. This is not anything you want anybody to ever go through. I want some action. I don't want anybody else in my family, and I don't want anybody else to feel what we have to feel.
This is what some politicians in the country have decided is acceptable for us. It's not acceptable. While these politicians are sitting at home on the holidays, all warm and cozy with their families, most of us are at the cemetery. And it's just not acceptable.
And I'm tired of our politicians not caring about their fellow Americans. When did it ever become more important to our elected officials to protect illegal criminals in our country and not care about us?
The man that murdered my father was deported twice previously and returned to our country illegally. This senseless crime has affected my family and I in many ways that are unexplainable. The pain is tremendous, and it's something we'll never get over. I think it's important that we focus on these laws and getting them passed, such as Kate's Law, and definitely most importantly for me personally is the Davis-Oliver Act. We need our law enforcement officers to have more information about these people that are in our country illegally, and so we can go ahead and get them detained, and so this can't happen to another family.
My daughter, Christy Sue Pina, she was murdered, she was strangled, stabbed, raped, sodomized. Her nude body was thrown in an artichoke field in the middle of the winter. And what I think that Mr. President here is trying to do is the best thing ever. And if you need a pen with a lot of ink, I got one of those too. And I'm all for everything that you do. We gotta put our people safe, just like they said over there. They protect them. That's not right. Americans first. Americans first.
So why do we have to encounter any type of violence? And I'm sorry, these laws that are trying to be passed, most of them are common sense. And until this happened to me, I thought this is what was in place. And to find out it wasn't was terrifying to me. And I am telling you, these congressmen and senators that don't vote for these laws, the blood is on their hands for the next victim and that victim's family.
I'm a legal immigrant, and I did it the right way. I came here knowing I wanted to be here. I had to go through certain steps, so I did that, and I'm a proud citizen now. And I had one child, my son Dominic. I brought him with me. That's all I got. He was my only child. Mr. President, since I had no family left, I wanted to commit suicide. My fiance didn't know. I wanted to go. I wanted to be with my son. And on June 16th, when you came down that escalator, and you mentioned those words, illegal immigration, I was walking through my living room and I dropped to my knees. Because it was my little sign from God, you're not doing anything, you stay around. And then a month later, I met you personally in Los Angeles, where you were the only one that ever met with us and became our voice. So you're not only my hero, my president, you are my lifesaver. I wouldn't be here without you.
The one thing that I think that you, Mr. President, have realized that every one of our children's deaths has been preventable. All the deaths of our loved ones, these are preventable. And Mr. President, Chairman Goodlatte, I think you guys realize that, and that's why you're doing what you're doing, and I want to thank you both for what you're doing. Passing these laws is instrumental. I don't think I would wish the devastation that we felt every day on anyone